Hi, Helen.
How are you, Wendy?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity to do this interview with me. Just like to introduce Helen. Helen has been working with me for the past 8 years, and we're going to chat about Helen's journey in terms of her weight management. So let's just kick off with the first question, Helen. Could you please describe your current weight management journey? So what is your main goal around your weight management journey at the moment?
So my main goal is, as a nearly 60-year-old woman, is to be the fittest and the healthiest person I can be. So keeping a family history of cholesterol down, I have lots of mental health issues, so to keep them in a manageable state. So it's not all about thinness, it's about healthiness, and that's what you've taught me over the years.
Yeah, so healthy at any weight.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, great. And Helen, how does that differ from other weight loss goals that you've had in the past?
Oh boy, isn't there anything that I haven't tried over the past? So I've tried shakes, I've tried Weight Watchers, and I actually got to my goal weight at Weight Watchers, but at a price. And I even became a Weight Watchers instructor at one stage. I mainly use some of the techniques that Wendy's taught me with. I definitely use management and doing a plan at the beginning of the week with buying food and putting our diet together. So I have frozen meals for when I'm working, so they're already prepared, so I'm not eating crappy stuff at work.
Awesome.
And the importance of exercise for the mental health. And I've come over these 8 years to realise, we have they're not oops days, they're only oops moments, and we can just keep straight on. Where in the past I used to go, oh well, I'll start again tomorrow, and just really binge out. So it's really working.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So, identifying that there is no, good or bad day, it's just a moment that you feel that you haven't honoured your goal and you've just picked yourself up and just moved on with the ability to...
And not to bash yourself about it.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing. It's that mental thing. You go, oops. And that's what I'm saying. It's an oops moment, literally.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Back on, you know. So, yesterday I was doing a fasting day and I was packing away the nuts for the week, and I took one in my mouth and it wasn't time for eating. I'm going, oh, well, and just kept going. But I knew when I put the nut in my mouth, oops, I wasn't meant to be eating that.
But it's
that recognition and not bashing yourself up anymore. Yeah,
and also being quite fluid. And it's not about, oh my God, rigidity around fasting eating. It's just feeling in with what's right with the body and identifying, okay, I'm just going to have my intermittent fasting period here and here, and
And I really needed one yesterday. It was mainly because we'd gone to a party over the weekend. There was too much cheese, too much wine, and I was feeling yuck. So I knew this helps from a health point of view.
That's what felt right for you.
And the exercise. So the two together really help.
Fabulous. So what would you say was your biggest motivator to actually start on this journey? Let's take that back to 8 years ago when we first met.
Back then it was still about health. Mental health was, and I'll say that I was under medication back then for my mental health. I have since learned 7 years down the track I should never have been medicated, but in that process Wendy was always saying to me, let's get you exercising going. And I managed to get off my medication at that stage after 6 months. And I've really kept off that medication.
Through
regular exercises, and you gave me the motivation to do some amazing things.
Yeah. Well, you've done the amazing things. I've just, held your hand and kept you accountable, really. Yeah. But nutrition-wise, the nutrition has been a massive part of your journey of identifying so that the goal back then was to obviously get fit, strong and healthy, but we have worked a lot on nutrition through those periods of time.
Well, it was, because I remember when we first started, I was something like 91 kilos, which was quite high. My cholesterol was at the point of having anti-cholesterol tablets. I have a family history of high cholesterol. We initially lost, I think, about 10 kilos No. We initially lost about 5 and we maintained there for a long time, which was okay. And you kept telling me that's okay.
Yeah.
And my body got used to that weight and we maintained that for quite a long time. And then we lost another 5 kilos and we've managed to maintain that for a long period of time. So my body's got, this is its norm now. It's not, I'm not doing this fluctuation anymore, which, you know, all my life of 40 years of dieting, it was just this fluctuation all the time. So, you know, that's what you've taught me is, you know, it's okay to be maintained for a little while and then we'll go down. So I've only really, you know, the doctors keep saying I've got to lose about another 10 kilos, but I've never ever been that weight and been healthy. So I'm happy if I'd lose another 5. But I know that that'll be this journey, but it's not the stress of losing 5 kilos. It's just what I'd like to be that extra bit healthy.
Yes. Yeah, for you to feel more comfortable in your own skin, would you say? Yeah. So Helen, what would you say that your biggest physical challenge has been around maintaining a healthy weight from a nutritional perspective? What would you say your biggest physical challenge has been?
Physical, as in my body? It's usually just stop putting food in your mouth, really.
Yeah.
It is, really. It's about, and it's also from a physical point of view, it was getting back into the planning stage. You know, I lost that motivation to plan, get the right foods in, keep the bad foods out of the house. It's not that I don't have them.
Yes.
And it's not that I deny them. As I said to you the other day, you know, I was on a fasting day, but my girlfriend said, let's have coffee and cake.
Yes.
You know, it was more important from a mental health point of view to go and have the coffee and cake with my friend than it was to keep on with that day of where I was at. And which, as I said, okay, and I just picked it up again. So
it's the action that you're taking. So that's what you're saying. So you're, you know, the challenge is around being consistent.
It is consistent
with the action that's required to keep the healthy nutritional habits going.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And what would you say was your biggest mental challenge then around that same?
It's just
same question.
Well, one of the biggest things from my mental health point of view is I'm not worthy. You know, I'm not worthy to be there. I'm not worthy to. Not so much not be healthy is that. I can't do that. Quite often I'll think, oh no, I can't do that. But you just keep me motivated to, yes you can and you'll be fine. It's not, and it's never with condemning thoughts. It's with positive, strong women thoughts or strong thoughts to, we can do this together. You've always made it a journey together.
Yeah, and thank you. And would you believe that you actually now have the tools, the mental tools yourself to, when you're feeling in that funk, to actually mentally pull yourself out of that funk? Would you believe that you've got those tools?
And it's really been in the last 12 months, you must admit, Wendy, because you know, I've had major challenges happening in the last 12 months, but the healthy lifestyle has been such a major part of that as well.
It has.
And it's just kept me going.
Yeah. And so I loved that, Helen, because that's really the key to it. When life gets tough, you already had into place healthy, sustainable eating habits, exercise habits, mental health thought processes, and all of those things together have enabled you, when the last 12 months of going through all those challenges have actually helped you stay you know, your weight management has been level.
It hasn't improved. I mean, it has improved physically, but it hasn't. But it wasn't about the weight loss.
No,
it was about the mental health at this stage, and so the good nutrition had to be there. Otherwise, I was always going to lose it.
It was about managing it, because that's what it is. It's about managing it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what has been your greatest action that you've taken that has delivered the best results around your nutrition? Well, you spoke about the intermittent fasting. And so
and I don't even, and it wasn't you that actually introduced me to that. It's just something that I found.
Picked up yourself.
I picked up myself. Seemed to have doctor approval.
Yeah.
And it was something I'd never tried before. And as I said to you, it was just so easy, it just became so natural. It was just a natural part of my life that, you know, there are some days that I do the fasting for the 16.
And
whatever it
8.
is. I'm sorry, 16 and 8, and I eat in that 8 hours.
Yes.
And that has been a challenge in its own right, because I've always loved breakfast, but breakfast is the meal that I'm actually missing to get those other two. But I find it just works so easily in my lifestyle.
Yes.
That and with the planning, and it's so important that I plan for my husband as well now. So it's just the two of us at home. So I don't have children anymore at home.
Yeah.
Still have children, but not at home.
Yeah. Thank goodness. Yeah.
So that's important for me.
Yeah.
That consistency.
That's it. Yeah, brilliant. And how long have you sustained your goal for, and what would you attribute your success, your overall success to?
Well, it's been probably 2 years the last 2 years of where we stabilise, we lose a little bit of weight.
Do you remember that before and after photo we took? So that was about,
But it's not even about the before and after photo. What we've found is that, we do lose, every now and then I have the humongous motivation, I have to lose these 5 kilos, and we will, but then we'll sustain it. As I said to you before, it's not this up and down anymore.
Yes.
We lose a bit, we sustain it until I'm ready to do the next fight, I suppose.
Yes.
And it's not really a fight, but it's the next stage. Challenge.
Yeah.
And so, with your motivation coming every week, and always asking, and it's not about the scales, because we don't even stand on the scales these days. It's about, how are you going this week? What can we do? What can I help you with? And you always share your beautiful diet things and your recipes and all of those sorts of things. So it's all motivating.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. And that's Helen, and she's a trooper, and she's doing fabulous. So thank you for taking the time to help me with my assignment, Helen.
Thank you.
Bye.